people who participate in the Boston Freedom Rally and other events just to kind of hang out for a nice day on the Common, get a little sense of the real activism and the real politics behind marijuana reform in America. So, I'm going to hand this off to some other speakers. Don't leave here unless you come back with 10 more people. Thank you.
Portland, Oregon! For us, guys. I've flown 60,000 miles this year to go all across the country, from places that are lush and green like Denver, Colorado and Seattle, Washington. I was actually in Seattle the night of the election when marijuana became legal there, and then the next day was on a plane to Denver and marijuana was legal there. It was just an amazing time to know that you could fly to 2 states in America and weed would be legal when you got on the plane and weed's legal when you get off the plane. But we still got a lot of work to do. One of the things that makes this kind of a difficult fight, unlike the fight for, say, civil rights in the black community, Latino community, the gay community, is that a lot of our community is underground. Oh yeah. A lot of our community can't come up to the surface. I like to call us the iceberg of marijuana. Most people outside of our, realm only see the very tip of the iceberg. Hippies and dreadlocks and piercings and stuff. The artists, the musicians, the people who either have nothing to lose or are self-sufficient enough that they can go ahead and express themselves without worrying about losing a job. But below that waterline are the teachers and the plumbers and the librarians and the police officers who smoke marijuana. But are afraid to be out here and be open about it because they fear for their job or their security clearance or their kids or their property or whatever it might be. So first of all, give yourselves a hand for celebrating this because you're open and honest. Except for maybe one law, but law-abiding citizens pay taxes, go to work, raise their kids, and so forth. And the other thing I like to point out is sometimes when you're a marijuana activist, there's kind of this attitude from some people like, oh, legalizing pot. Oh, yeah, you just want to get high. Yeah, that's how cute. Why don't you work on something important? Like curing cancer or ending crime, poverty, solving the energy crisis. And that's when I say, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. Marijuana, THC, has been shown in petri dishes since 1974 to kill cancer cells. Every diesel engine on this planet can run on hemp seed oil with no conversion whatsoever. Hemp plants take in carbon dioxide that's heating up this planet. Hemp seed is the most biologically nutritious food you can give to a human being. I am working on those problems.
Yeah!
The other thing about this is I always like to point out that this is a civil rights battle. And it's very hard to point out any other issue that affects the Bill of Rights, all 10 of your basic rights under the Constitution, more than the drug war. Let's tick them off, shall we?
Yes.
Number 1, First Amendment, freedom of speech, we're doing that. Freedom of assembly, we're doing that. But in Washington, Colorado, they're talking about restricting the freedom of speech of the businesses that sell marijuana as regards to their advertising.
And we let people know we don't deserve to be treated as lesser citizens. I don't want you fined. I don't want you going through my car or kicking in the door of my house or taking my kids because I like weed and I'm a good person. I don't deserve to be treated like a criminal because 5 years ago I decided booze wasn't my thing no more. I deserve to go to a nice establishment that can line me up, a nice dab rig, maybe take a fat rip, enjoy a little video games, maybe some Slurpees, but it's going to be a different world. It's going to be a less violent world, their kids, less people away from the house because they're addicted to the evils of alcohol, there's going to be less people using booze. Everybody in the booze industry should be worried because we are coming for you. We're coming for your job. You got 52% of the nation who drinks your poison, and we want about 25% of that back. I've been doing this a long time. I used to run a company called Training Edibles in California. We made products like Reefer's Peanut Butter Cups. We were raided in 2007. In 2007, armed gunmen raided my offices, my kitchen, 3 of my employees' homes, shot a dog in the process, and ruined my life for damn near 5 years. I got on paper in November of 2011, and the feds decided that they wanted to come to California and start cracking down on the industry. Why? Show me the bodies. Jack Carrere said it first. Where's the harm being done? Look at all the people in this park today. Beautiful, colorful people enjoying good music, eating good food. If this is a crime, I don't want to be a part of this society any longer. Yeah! We lost out 25% of the world's prison population. We have 5% of the actual population. Think about that. Let that sit deep inside of you. Let that hurt your stomach. These aren't rich white kids either. These are poor brown people who don't have the money for attorneys, who are getting their goddamn car searched, getting pocket checked in New York City. This is bullshit. We can end this. And how do we end it? By standing up and saying what? I like weed, and I'm a good person. Take that message far and wide. I love you, Boston. Thank you, Masscan, for the great weekend.
Yeah!
Thank you, Martin. Look them up online. Thank you, Mickey. Coming up for you next, we got some locals for you here. Chris, come on up here. You know, it takes a lot of work for all these events out here, and it takes a lot of volunteer activism to change the laws. Here's a guy who knows about changing the laws and also engaging with you, Chris. Thank you for having us out here.
Thank you, thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We put on a good rally, even though we didn't get to put on the one that we had planned. The cops cut 5 hours total from our rally this weekend. 12 bands got a phone call that said they didn't get to play, you know, that planned on it. As Masscan as an organization, that doesn't sit well with us. So we're gonna, you know, get ready, get our packets together. We're gonna have a 2-day rally next year. We're gonna have 12 to 6 both days, and we're gonna keep, you know, all they did was take away the command and the control and the safety nets of what's happening here today. We had hydration stations, we had EMTs, we had security, we had everything under control, and all of you guys are being very peaceful and just enjoying the day. And then in the middle of it, they're gonna come in, they're just gonna axe that for no real reason whatsoever, and now it's really a free-for-all. But you know what? We know how to act. As you know, as people smoking weed, we don't get overzealous, we don't get outrageous. We're here and we're doing fine, right? Everybody's having a good time. You know, so whatever, we don't need a permit because we know how to act. Yeah, I'm from Boston. I grew up in Quincy. You know, I grew up coming to this show with people like Mike Can here and people before me booking the show. And this is where I learned to be an activist. This is where I first learned that I can speak up for myself. And I can, you know, people within the organization made me feel like my voice actually meant something, and I realized that it did, because it's just one person making noise in your circle of, you know, your friends, your circle of your family, your co-workers. You know, you're changing minds when you speak your mind in those circles. You don't have to be up here on the podium. Change minds around you and come out and get involved, and then expand your circle a little bit more, you know, then get on the podium. Your circle of influence gets bigger and bigger. You just gotta volunteer and get active.
Yeah!
So my name's Chris, I'm from Quincy, I'm a local, and I love this day. So everybody enjoy, be safe. All right.
They shut us down. It's okay. We got 2 days of a wonderful festival here. You guys have been amazing. Boston, this is the East Coast marijuana festival. You guys have done it for many years. I was here long before I worked for High Times, long before any of that. I was in the crowd having fun here years and years ago. And so this is my pride and joy to be here, and I'm so happy that you guys have that spirit still of protest. And just want to say thanks. You know, like, our opposition does not party like we do. That's for sure. And you guys are amazing. This is all due to the spirit of this hallowed ground that we're on right now, revolutionary ground. A war was fought here for our freedom, and you guys are defending that freedom. So don't forget, it's important. Stigma that they placed on us has to go. We are not potheads or stoners or anything like that. We're marijuana consumers, cannabis people, productive, honest citizens. We're not a threat to society. We're not a threat to anything. And legalization is a huge step forward for us, and we need it to happen. We want to thank all the people that have let this happen, all the volunteers that work here, and all the people who put this all together. Without them and their hard work, it's not possible, and we wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are here. 420's coming, so 10 minutes till 420. So you got them, roll them, and pack them, and all that. Roll it up! Roll it up! Fire it up! Fire it up! I smoke weed! I smoke weed! I smoke weed! I smoke weed! Yeah, give a round of applause. Yeah! Had a good time this year. They, stuff got cut early and permits got messed up and all that, but, I think everybody did the best they could, and, everybody had a great time. Me personally had a great time, so we're about to do the 420 countdown. Y'all ready? Yeah! You fucking ready?
Drive slow, seat back low, car full of smoke, cruising. We live fast, but don't let it pass. Guns full of hash, cruising. We drive slow, seat back low, car full of smoke, we cruising. We live fast, but don't let it pass. Blunts full of hash, we cruising. We cruising, stoned down my city street. Swisher sweet, packed up, never Philly leaves. And everybody know me like I'm Willie D. And we out for the cream like a killer bee. I get paid just to kill a beat. I get paper just to film a scene, ill indeed. Still these haters wanna kill a dream. Blowing steam while I'm chillin', blowing green. While I'm chillin', growing green. Rolling slow, so them hoes know it's me. 2 miles an hour. Roll by them cowards, stop they heart like 2 pounds of powder. Stony Montana, 2 pounds of sour. The mad face life, I'm just trying to smile for hours. Sometimes I just need that blunt cruise with my seat back.